Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to talk about row equivalent matrices. Without any delay, let us jump into it. Two matrices of same order, note that we should have two matrices of same order, then they are said to be row equivalent if one can be converted to other by performing series of elementary row operations. So suppose you are having two matrices, let us say A and B. Note that the orders of A and B should be same. Then this A and B will be row equivalent if by performing some elementary row operations we are able to reduce the matrix A to B, or you can say we can reduce the matrix B to A, any one. If we are able to do any one of this, then we will say that two matrices A and B are row equivalent. Let me give you one example, then you will understand. I will take A is equal to 1 0 0 2 and B is equal to 1 0 0 1. Can you think that by performing which elementary row operation on A we will get B? Yeah, so if you observe properly, the second row of A is 0 2 and the second row of B is 0 1. First rows both are same, so naturally I will try to think of what the second row. So I will try to apply elementary row operation on second row, and I will see whether I am getting the second row of B or not. And you can see that if I perform half R2 on the second row of A, the matrix I will get is 1 0 0 1, and that is nothing but matrix B, and therefore we say that this A and B are row equivalent. Even you can perform elementary row operations on B as well to get A. Can you guess that elementary row operation? It is nothing but what? Twice R2. Now let us see few examples on this topic. So it is asked that show that these two matrices are row equivalent. So first of all I will give names to these matrices. So I will call this matrix as A and I will call this matrix as B. So I will say let A is equal to, now I will consider the matrix A. Now as you can observe that here the first row of the matrix A and the first row of the matrix B is one and the same. So naturally we have to apply the row operations on the second row of matrix A. Can you guess that row operation? You can see that over here in the second row of B, the first entry is 1. So naturally I want 1 over here. So by performing 1 upon minus 5 R2 we will get it, right? So I will say by performing, so we will get the matrix, and which is nothing but the matrix B, and therefore A and B are row equivalent. Now let us see the second example. In this example as well, it is asked us to show that these two matrices are row equivalent. Again, first of all I will give names to it. Now I will consider the matrix A. Again, if you see, the first row of A and the first row of B is same. So therefore whatever elementary row operation I have to perform, that I have to perform on second row. Now if you observe properly, this element, the first entry in the second row of B is 0. So naturally I will try to make this entry as 0. So which operation I will perform here? That is R2 minus 5R1. So what matrix I will get here? First row will be unchanged, it will be 1 0. Over here I will get 0 because 5 minus 5 multiplied by 1 will be 0. Over here I will get 10 minus 5 multiplied by 0, which will be 10. Still I am not getting B, as you can observe, because the A22 entry, isn't it? It is called as the A22 entry, you can say, or the second entry of the second row is 1, but over here it is 10. So I have to make it 1. So which operation I will perform? 1 upon 10 R2. So I will get the matrix which is nothing but I2, and therefore we will say that these two matrices are row equivalent, and that is nothing but our matrix B. Therefore A and B are row equivalent. Now coming towards the next example, it is asked that whether these two matrices are row equivalent. They are not saying show that. What they are saying, are these two matrices row equivalent? Our process is same. I will give them names. I will call these two matrices as A and B respectively. As you can see that all the rows seems to be different in both the matrices A and B, but you can see that one row is exactly same, which is that you can see that the second row of A and the third row of B are same. So first of all, I will perform the operation on A as R2 3. I will interchange the second row and third row, and I will get the third row of my matrix to be -2 3 0. First of all, we will reach there, and then we will think what to do ahead. Yes, now we have reached here. Now you can see that the third row of our matrix and the third row of B is same. For your reference, I have written the matrix B here. Now if you observe the first row of B, it is 3 2 minus 5. So I want the first row of this matrix to be 3 2 minus 5. So again I have to perform some elementary row operations on both first as well as second row, because over here the second row is 2 0 minus 2. So can you think of some ideas how to reach there? One can easily see that if I divide the second row of B by 2, I am getting the first row of this matrix, and if I multiply first row of B by 2, then I am getting this row, that is 6 4 minus 10. But we have to go in this direction. So therefore if we divide the second row by 2, then we will get what? 3 2 minus 5, right? And if you multiply the first row by 2, then we will get 2 0 minus 2, which I want. So let us do it then. So I will get this matrix, but you can see that this matrix is not same as the matrix B. Again we need to perform one operation, and which is that we need to interchange the first row and second row. So I will say by R1 2, and which is nothing but the matrix B, and therefore we can say that this A and B are row equivalent. Now we will move towards the next example. So over here we have to not exactly show, but they are asking whether this matrix and I3 are row equivalent. Now we already know I3 is nothing but the identity matrix. So first of all, I will give this matrix a name. Yes, now if you observe this I3 and this matrix A properly, first rows are same, but in the second row you can see that the first entry is 0, over here it is -2. So I will try to make this entry as 0. So let us perform the operation. So naturally I will perform the operation on second row as R2 plus twice R1, because minus sign is there. So this matrix will be equivalent to R2 plus 2 multiplied by 3 plus 2 multiplied by 0 will be 3. This will be 0, 6, 4 and -10. So we have made this entry to be 0. Now this entry in the identity matrix is 1. So we will try to make it as 1, and the operation that we will need is 1 upon 3 R2. So that we will perform. So this will be equivalent to, now the second row of this matrix is same as the second row of the identity matrix, but now the third row are completely different. So we have to make the third row of this matrix as well as the identity matrix to be same. So over here in the identity matrix this entry is 0. So we have to make this entry to be 0. So how to make it? Just think a bit. You can see that this entry over here is 1. So definitely we can take the help of that entry. So which operation to perform then? So on R3 we will perform R3 minus 6 times R1. Am I right? So this will be equivalent to, again this entry in the identity matrix is 0, so we have to make that also 0. So how to make it as 0? Naturally we cannot use this entry because that entry is 0. So which entry can be used? You can see that this entry over here is 1. So we can take the help of that entry to make 4 as 0. So which operation to perform then? So naturally we will perform the operation on R3 as R3 minus 4 times R2. So this will be equivalent to and this will be minus 10 only, and the last entry is left out. I want it to be 1. So you already know it which operation to perform. So I will say by performing minus 1 upon 10 R3, and this will be equivalent to 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1, and therefore we will say that A and I3 are row equivalent. Now take a note that any invertible matrix is row equivalent to the identity matrix. So what do you mean by invertible matrix? Those matrices whose determinant is non-zero, we say that matrices are invertible. For example, if you observe this matrix over here, you find the determinant of this matrix and you will see that the determinant of this matrix is non-zero. Now since it is a lower triangular matrix, actually the determinant of lower triangular matrix is the product of diagonal elements. So minus 10 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 1 is minus 30. So you can easily find actually that the determinant of this will be minus 30, which is non-zero, and therefore this matrix is actually row equivalent to what? The identity matrix, that is I3. The same thing we have observed in this example as well. Again, this is a lower triangular matrix, or easily you can find the determinant also. So the determinant is 10, which is non-zero, and therefore this matrix is row equivalent to the identity matrix. So whatever matrix you have, if that matrix is having the determinant to be non-zero, whenever you talk about the determinant of the matrix, that matrix is square matrix only. Square matrix in the sense the rows are equal to what? Columns. Now whatever examples we have seen, that all examples are of square matrices, but we may have non-square matrices as well. For example, now see that in this example it is asked us to show that these two matrices are row equivalent. So let us call it as some A matrix, let us call it as some B matrix. So can you gauge the elementary row operation that we should perform on A so that we will get the matrix B? So if I perform R1 plus R2 on the matrix A, R1 plus R2, so what I will get? I will get the second row will be unchanged, and over here I will get 1 plus 0 will be 1, 0 minus 1 will be minus 1, and 1 plus 0 will be 1, and that is nothing but B, and therefore we can say that these two matrices are row equivalent. So that's all about this topic. Thank you.